All right, good day, good afternoon, Mr. Richards,
Good afternoon.
and welcome to Mike on the Mic. I'm
Yeah.
calling to find out what is it like in Point 14 today?
This is a regular Sunday minus some of the normal activities that people would be doing.
When I had talked to you earlier on, you said when I spoke to Jesse, and he's the one who referred me to you, and he was saying that at Point 14 they take certain measures to cancel borrow day. Could you tell me what was the reasoning behind it?
Bro, there's a active is a cultural event that brings thousands of people to the borough to Point Fortin for different reasons. A lot of returning residents, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
from places like Miami, Canada, and New York in particular.
Mm-hmm.
So the Tuesday afternoon, while sitting home, think about I talked to Jesse the Thursday morning, and I told him
Okay.
if there's one case that is confirmed in Trinidad, we are going to postpone the celebrations.
Mm-hmm.
I think and I believe that the Tuesday afternoon, after speaking to him, I think we had our first confirmed case. So I think
Mm-hmm.
that was basically it it for me.
Okay,
That was
and
basically the telling point.
you also told me that you do a lot of charity work in your community. How has it been affected now as the COVID kind of when we're not allowed to socialize and congregate and thing anymore? How is your
Well,
community work affected?
the community work itself is affected because a lot of it was face to face interaction and things like that. However, what we planning to do from tomorrow is a Meals on Wheels initiative. You know
Okay.
this whole COVID-19 has called us to be a bit more cautious in the way
Mm-hmm.
that we are approach. But we didn't with our caution we decided, sorry, to to try a different strategy, to assist the people who are in need. So we doing Meals on Wheels. Right? We would cook the food, have the food box, and transport the food to those who are affected. And strangely enough, a lot of people now are actually coming on board. I just received a call half an hour ago from NGC CNG, right? And they are sending the transportation. So they would send two buses, a big one and a small one, to assist us in transporting the food. Now we are not going to go there with a lot of people, right? The council is going to go, which is 10 of us, right?
Mm-hmm.
And with the bus, we could have enough room for social distancing and to adhere to all the instructions laid down by the Ministry of Health as well as the rest of ministries.
Mm-hmm. And what do you like to tell citizens about this time? Because like myself, I started doing this vlogging program because I saw it was a time to embrace the digital technologies. Is this,
Well,
but there will this be a solution?
I'll tell you something. In I think when I was sworn in as mayor, all right, the first thing I attempted to do was to digitize the borough, right? Because I felt, being rolling into 2020, a digital community is what we so needed in Point Fortin. Um, we launched in January with We Pay, the Ministry of Finance, PricewaterhouseCoopers as partners. An initiative of the cashless borrow, right, where you could
Mm-hmm.
make payments for services and service providers through the We Pay machine, right? You don't even have to have a cent. We try to bring that towards the people who sells gyros and who have food
Mm-hmm.
and thing on the side of the road. Even the small businessman could even be a parlor, right? The small
Okay.
businessman who really won't qualify to get a links machine, right? So we have given out about 20 something of those machines so far. You know, unfortunately at present some of the businesses who utilize them cannot function. But this is the initiative that we were going, cashless. We doing a Skype call now, so that's what we were going to, So we eventually are going to have meetings like that, over the internet, right? Where the entire council could be in our meeting, right? But you're not physically sitting next to somebody, So
Okay. Okay.
I think this time actually calls for us to be a little bit innovative, right?
Mhm.
As you are being, Michael, right? So we
Yes.
having a right.
Skype
So we
call.
having a meeting here, and it's
Yeah.
a Skype call, right? But
Yeah.
you getting the information that you need, and I'm getting
Yeah.
the information out there. So this time
And it
is going
limits
to be
our
a bit.
risk.
It
And it
limits your risk,
limits
right?
our
So
risk. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, definitely. This time is going to be a little bit difficult for the entire country, right? Because life as we know it cannot just be the same during this period. But it
Hmm.
also calls for us to be a bit more creative in the way that in the way that we function, right? We could still get the information that we need. We could still do things that we want to do, but we must take the necessary precautions. So that's be a thing. So I mean, one of the other things that we want to launch, and let me just say this one time, what we want to
Yeah.
launch is the agricultural program, right?
Mhm.
Because you saw so much of panic buying initially when the COVID-19, everybody went and buy all the toilet paper, went and buy a set of food, went and buy a set of
People line
water.
up in it up on our
People,
market. Yeah. Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
people line up in the tuna market because, right. So what we want to do, the next thing I'd like to see as the leader of the 11 Council, I've been talking to White Farm, that's Alpha Senan and White Farm. I'm not sure if you know about them, right? They're from Saparia, right?
Okay. Yeah.
About launching a program in Point with regards to agriculture, right?
Yeah.
So my whole hope is sometime this week we could procure some free seedlings of some of these small plants, and we
Yeah.
could possibly give out to the Burgesses at the Point who are so interested. Hopefully everyone is interested, and then we could start everybody surely borrow and environs as well. We could start a kitchen garden. At this
Yeah.
point in time, the kitchen garden now, you could utilize that time to do two things. Right? One, you're planting food. Right? Whoever feeds you controls you. Right?
Yeah.
Food is something that everyone has to get. Right? So if you could feed
Yes.
yourself, simple things in your yard like a pimento or whatever it is. Right? Whatever you
Yeah.
so desire to plant, or you could plant at your backyard. Right? Eventually, we
Hmm.
could turn it into a competition as to which area has the most farmers. We try to encourage people. That's one aspect of it, and the second aspect of it is children home. A lot of parents might be home. Now we get opportunity to bond with your children.
Hmm.
Something that you could do. You could utilize that
Yeah.
as a time just for family. Find something that just family could do. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean we live in a world today where mother working, father working, and it's a hustle and bustle because bills had to pay, you had to pay this, you
Yeah.
had to pay that, and sometimes you get to see a children on the weekend alone because
Okay. It's true. Yeah.
whole week is up and down, right? But this period of decreased activity, you can utilize it for a little bonding. I mean, you plant a garden, teach your son how to plant, teach your daughter how to plant. I mean, it wouldn't be more than 10, right?
Hmm.
Highly unlikely. You
Hmm.
have enough, whether your backyard big or your backyard small. I'm certain that you're gonna have enough space for social distancing, right?
Hmm.
You can plant some fig, plant some moko, plant whatever you want to plant. But the opportunity for one, provide food for yourself, and two, to just be with your children, just bonding.
Well, two things I was saying that crisis creates opportunities is one. And now is
Right.
also a time, as I said before, is to evaluate what's important. And your family is important, and having the ability to provide for your family in a time of crisis. I think that's the point that you're wrapping there with. That is very important too as well. But on my closing question, what
Uh-huh.
are your advice for your citizens and Burgesses at this time? Because next week is going to be a very different and interesting week with the borders closing off and that kind of stuff. What is your advice to your Burgesses and the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago?
Well, the borders closing off is going to affect everyone, right? However, the government has taken decisions to allow food to come in and the necessary equipment and stuff like that, things that are needed by us to come in, right? So
Yeah.
I think we will be okay as a country, but we just need to adjust to this period and adhere to the rules and regulations that are stipulated by the Ministry of Health and the Ministry of National Security, right?
Hmm.
socially they are putting things in place to assist those who are most at risk, right? And I must say, see that touch where the prime minister would have asked banks and those to be a bit more caring at this point in time to take part
Yeah,
of the
this is
burden.
skip a payment is what
Yeah,
I say.
skip out payment, man. That is something that is beautiful. I think a lot of people would have responded well to that, because in this time people would have lost their jobs, right? Some
Yeah,
people would have, whether you're working at a bar or you're working at somewhere else, some people may have scaled back,
a restaurant or
right?
something.
A
Yeah,
restaurant or something, they would have scaled back at this point in time, right? And I think there was a touch of class by the prime minister to ask the various financial institutions to give people a blight, so to
yeah,
say, at this point in time. But life as we know it, um, throughout this period is going to change, right? But one thing I can assure you, and it's the same thing that the Prime Minister has said, the same thing that the Minister has said, same thing that the Minister of National Security has said, the Prime Minister and his cabinet, right? This is sound advice from professionals. If we go through this period and follow the rules and regulations, right, we all will come out alive, right? If you look at Italy,
yeah.
94,
Scary.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's scary. 700 something people died, right? Two
yeah.
people died last night in New
And
Jersey,
that's
right? New
first
Jersey.
world
That's
medical.
first. That's
Yeah,
first world, right? So I'm
yeah,
saying that they could actually learn something from us, right?
yeah.
From us and the leadership that the
I mean,
government
a
and the
lot of
start.
people saying it might be stringent controls, but at the end of the day, that's what China did, and now they limit
They're
the
out. They're
infection
out of
rate.
it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They're
Yeah,
basically almost out of it.
yeah.
So, we need to do what is necessary because, brother, money.
I think the prime minister said it well when he said,
Uh-huh.
"Citizens first, the value in their lives first. That's the first
Yeah,
priority is the
your
citizens."
life. Your life is
Yeah,
the biggest value out of this. Money
yeah,
can buy life, you know. So we
yeah.
just need to be careful and adhere to the rules, and we'll be good to go, man.
All right. On closing, me, I want to say thank you for taking the opportunity to have this interview with me, and I hope you and your Burgesses and the citizens of Trinidad have safe and continue to adhere to the advice from the authorities. Thank you
Yeah,
so
we
much.
do. Yeah, man. Thank you very much, Michael. Anytime.